it, you got your car. Racing!
Now, hopefully one gets through. Oh, there's drama! There's huge drama! Oh, he's gone! He's gone!
Welcome everyone back to Sector 1 Sim Racing. Here we are at round 2. We are Group B tonight. We are back at Willow Springs and setting out to be another ripper of a race like it was round 1. Group A. Sorry, round 2 Group A. Joining me in the box tonight I have Lucas Zocker, the good doctor. How are you, Lucas?
I'm good, mate. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. Too many good and bads and all around. And we also have Brent, aka Karen Unleashed. How are you tonight, Brent?
I'm good, mate. Sitting here in 30,000 feet above Willow Springs and got a nice little packet of lolly snakes ready to go. Got a nice drink of water and ready to step in and watch some absolutely championship-defining racing.
All right, well, what we'll do is we're going to go to a track map so you can have a look at what we got, same as we did on last Group A. So it is round 2 at Willow Springs, which they call Big Willow. It's a 3.96 kilometre track. It's got 9 corners. We're racing at 10 to 8 at night, just on dusk. We've got a 10-minute qualifier, a 40-minute race. Obviously the race is based off qualifying. We also are using a soft racing tyre and a medium racing tyre. One has to be used. They both have to be used, I should say. It's a compulsory pit stop and you must use one or either of each. Alright, so I'm just going to bring up the mic volume a bit because Womble's saying they're way down.
Yeah, the transmission's not too good up here. Alright, let's get stuck into it, guys. So we saw last round as well, weekend with Group A for the boys in the championship and in the GT3 challenge. Was some fantastic racing, some tears, a lot of good fighting going on, and we're hoping to see more of that tonight. So don't forget to smack that like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure you hit the sub button and ring that notification bell as we get quali underway.
We'll be joining Lucas very shortly for the Group B top tier group, next level Porsche Supercup. But yes, let's get qualifying underway and we can see who's going to come out on top. Might jump on track. Probably help a little bit.
Looks like we've got a malevolent one just having a little bit of a moment in the pits there, so but he's come out on track now. Not sure what's going on there. GT Sport doing GT Sport things, but anyway, let's get stuck into the action.
Alright, so we have first out the park, we got the malevolent one for CJ Esports. Second, we got CP Flat Stick, who we all know is for CP Motorsports in the snow livery. Grassy's moves himself up into second in the Autobahn entry for Lucky's Lawn Care. Right behind Grassy's we have Magnet. I might just bring the car sounds up a little bit. Magnet is the second of the Lucky's cars. Then we got Debrev in fourth. Debrev's in the pits. Filthy's in the pits. Filthy for Blacklight. We have Excalibur down in seventh. We're all in the pits that did this last time because they're all in qualifying. They start on their soft tyre that they want to start on in the race, and then they move to whatever tyre they want to choose to qualify on.
Yeah, so those of them that are pitting in now have obviously selected to start on the medium tyre for the race, and that's going to throw us a bit of a spanner in the works. We saw last week with TX3 and especially with Morgan starting on that medium tyre, playing the strategy game early. Very interesting to see that so far from quite a lot of the drivers on the grid. So very split tyre strategy choice early on?
Down in 10th, or we just missed Excalibur. Excalibur's for Death Grip Racing with the Revolution race gear. 10th, we got Womble for Red Mist Racing. He's running the IPA black livery tonight. We also have seen Malevolent one already. The Moth down in 12th for Aussie Hampton. Pruski down in 13th for Obsession Motorsports and Tamar Cars. As we're starting to see the first of the times get across the board there with 11 9s and 12 8s. EBM Mitch in 14th for the Gamesman, that would be Deeds.
That's correct. And speaking of EBM Mitch as well, he's got a 2 grid place penalty, being a little bit of a naughty boy in the first round there. And Pruski himself will also be starting from the back of the grid for this one tonight. So these guys may be out of contention, but it'll throw a bit of a spanner in the works with the race. Of course, with Willow Springs, it is a very notorious circuit. Being out in the Californian desert regions, it's one tyre basically off and you're gone. And these track limits here are ruinously horrendous, as I found out last week. So, as we see the Strangers on the top of the board there with a 111.877, a great start. Less than a 10th to Grassy's in P2 as well. But we haven't seen the soft run, the medium tyre starters do their banker at the moment either.
So the Stranger is the complete angler car for Team 53. One of the ones we haven't mentioned yet, but he's posted the fastest time so far in qualifying, as we start to see some of the others jump in for their soft tyres. As you can see, Grassy's just leaving the pits. Malevolent 1. Flat Stick goes a 13-1. Dadson to a 12-3. Puts him up into
Dadson.
third.
Yeah, and he had a very, very rough round at Blue Moon Bay, and he's come back into this one. And he's got a bit of a spring in his step. His pace has been really, really good over the practice sessions, and after the horrendous round 1 that he had, he'll be looking to put that past him and getting a fantastic result tonight to get himself back up into the upper echelon of the GT3 Challenge.
Well, we're reaching the halfway point of qualifying already, so it's pretty quick. Stranger's still holding the lead.
Looks like these guys are just going through a little bit of a lull at the moment, just burning a little bit of fuel before they put their final flying laps in. Bit of a calm before the storm at the moment. Checking in on Womble as well, P5. That is a great qualifying so far for a guy who's had a little bit of a beaten, bruised ego lately. Just with this car, he's just struggled to get the hang of it a little bit. He's done a lot of practice though for this one. Of course, Corey Hack also finishing in the P6 in Group A last week, so a lot of help there for Womble tonight.
Alright, so Stranger's in. We're still on Womble. Looks like the Moth's gone in. Might move up to Grassy, see if he's on a fast lap. Looks like he's just coming around for his fast lap now. Filthy sets a 1:12.6, which will put him down in... Press the wrong button there. That'll put Filthy up to 6. That's not a bad effort.
Great job, Filthy. Just hi to everybody in chat so far as well. Daz, the Bad Doc, doing Bad Doc things. He'll be racing later. We got Clinty Go-Go in the chat. Kay Edgar's in. And also Diego's fan club. They're in tonight and they've said glad to say no sand in the VIP room this week. And also won't be going up in a balloon. Alcohol and airfly definitely does not mix.
Well, it probably sounds like we're in a balloon tonight because I can't get my room settings pretty good. But as soon as I turn the mic up, it sounds like we're in a plane.
Yeah, it's with everything going on as well, moving houses, jobs and that sort of stuff as well. We haven't all unpacked everything just yet, but we're getting there.
All right, so we're on with the Moff at the moment. Is he on a fast lap? Can he post a faster time, move himself up from 7th?
Great job to be in P7 so far with the Moff as well. He's looking very comfortable on that car. He's already done 600 kilometers in this chassis as well, which is a great indication that he's putting the miles in. He starts his next flying lap. So we've got 2 more flying laps if they're pitted now. Tell you who's the big surprise at the moment, just on qualifying at the moment, is Killer on the Loose, just in P12 at the moment. Was a bit very quick in the practice, actually, to be honest. He was just hanging about in the top 5 for the entirety of it. He's gone faster in the first sector, 2.5 tenths up.
All right, so
And I've just seen purple. I've seen purple. EBM Mitch is purple at the moment through the first, through second sector. He's actually 200ths up.
I think we're having the same problem as last week. I don't think I have Evil on my screen. Are we talking to Evil or Killer?
Killer, I'd say. He's in P12 at the moment.
All right, so it's saying we've got no game sounds on stream. That's not good.
Oh, no. And Mitch goes to P3. So, a couple more laps to go with these guys. The Moth with a 112 puts him in 4th. Great job there. The 112.4. Killer on the Loose, 13.3, so he's just made up a little bit of time. And I'm hearing purple as well through Dadson. Dadson's behind by 0.4 of a second at the moment as he comes through the Omega Complex. Can he hold that position, though, is the question. Can he make up ground? He's wanting to really stamp his authority tonight.
I'm just trying to fix some of these game sounds.
No, that's all good.
All right, Dadson. 200 up through the second sector.
He's flying at the moment.
That's going to put him up at least one position. It's very hard to get the last corner right too. You got to hit that apex, and it's a big sweeper.
Yeah, the closer, as we call the final corner, and it's so easy if you get the trail braking wrong to just either fall off completely, as we saw a couple of big names last week do, as Dadson goes to 3rd with a 112.1. And Womble goes up to P4 as well with a 112.1. Very close field at the moment between those top 5. Only 2.5 tenths.
All right, who can beat the Stranger? He's come out, he's set the fastest time straight off the bat. No one's been able to get past him yet. Killer on the Loose.
Good job. Good job of Killer and Filthy. 7th and 8th respectively.
All right, so Killer still half a second off the pace. Go to Grassy, see where he's at. Looks like he's coming up towards the second split now. We'll be able to see if he's up or down. He's got a little bit of a toe from Dadson by the look of it. Oh, he's still half a second down. It's not going to help him out.
Oh, I tell you what, the Stranger had a big moment coming out of the Munro Ridge. Just had a bit of oversteer and caught the exit, so that might be him done.
We'll just stay on with Grassies at the moment, see if he can improve. He doesn't. Does the Stranger,
great job to Brev.
The Stranger go any quicker? He doesn't, so he's gone off and set the fastest time straight off the bat in qualifying. No one's been able to beat it yet.
No, and a lot of these guys actually set their fastest laps very early on as well. Grassies was the same. So that's very interesting. As Malevolent One crosses, he's P9 at the moment. Today's P9.
Excalibur, so who we got? Grassies, Dadson, Stranger on pole. We do have a couple of grid spots, I believe, to put in place.
That is correct. So as Pruski crosses the finish line, he is one of the recipients of those penalties, and EBM Mitch as well. Been a great qualifying session though so far. A lot of different names that I didn't think would be up there, and a lot of names that kind of would have wanted to be higher up, especially Filthy and Flatstick as well. And as we get these guys all sorted and comfortable, and I whack on the Automatronic 5000 grid setter up here in this beautiful Gulfstream jet. I'll tell you what, fantastic leather seats tonight. What do you think, guys in chat? What do you think, guys in chat? Who do you think is going to be your top 3 for this one?
Well, I'm going to say the Stranger coming off the bat with the fastest pace, and they couldn't be beat qualifying. He's going to be one to look out for tonight. Grassies and Dadson. Dadson's going to want to get back to Group A. and Womble. It'd be good to see Womble maybe get on a podium. He's had a bit of bad luck with his PS5, so it'd be good to get him up there.
Yeah, and he's, especially later in the last season, he had a lot of issues with that PS5 of his just not wanting to comply with Gran Turismo at all. And it'll be great to see him not just finish a race, but get a big result for Red Mist too, who have really sort of just come back a little bit. There's a bit of a breath of fresh air through that squad at the moment, which is fantastic to see.
All right, so while we're having a bit of a break in between setting the grid, we can talk about the Group A last weekend. It was a hit, start to finish. It was on for young and old, and it went the whole distance of the race. A little bit unfortunate. I think there was a few incidents that probably didn't go people's way, or just mistakes, I should say, which have probably upset them a little. Not upset them, but not the way they wanted to start round 2. And round 3 is going to be absolutely awesome because they're going to want redemption on their part. So it's going to be another start to finish full-on race.
Yeah, and I can say that right now as well. After the last weekend's events as well, with the big race between Evil Evo Daz and Bad Doc in the challenge, and then the phenomenal drive by Morgan on the one-stop strategy, holding off TX3, and both races were just fantastic to watch. They really were.
Yeah, I think just Morgan doing the one-stop and being able to make it work for the entire 20-minute stint, that's awesome driving. TX3 did a really good job of doing the two-stop to be where he finished up, and more than likely, if Brocky didn't go off track, he would have been right in the mix as well. So, if not, probably ahead of him, to tell you the truth, because he was on the money before he went off.
Yeah, and that's the big thing as well. I think Brocky would have been kicking himself knowing he was in prime position to take that. But he's coming. Our next track next weekend is definitely one where he's very, very fast. So I wouldn't put it past him to get a big result.
I believe we're at Catalunya. Is that right?
Yep, we're at the Circuito de Barcelona, over at Catalunya there. That'll be a fantastic race.
One of my favourite tracks, and I'm not even racing.
That's going to be a nervy one. A lot of guys are going to be very excited to get underway. It's this championship's already had some big moments, and I'm looking very, very forward to seeing the next chapter in this championship. So as I just finished sorting out the grid real quick.
So as we'll reiterate again, we are at round 2 for the Group B boys. It's Willow Springs. Track's 4 kilometres long. There's 9 corners. We just finished our 10-minute qualifying where the stranger led from start to finish. No one could improve on him. So he starts on pole. He'll gain the extra point. 2 points for pole, I believe. We also have a 40-minute race ahead of us. And they must do a compulsory pit stop to use both tyres.
So just with the penalties applied, I can tell you right now that Mitch will start P7 for this race, and Pruski from the back of the grid in P14. So those guys have got a bit of work to do.
Yeah, Adam's in chat saying the 1 and 2 stops pretty well balanced. It is pretty well balanced, as we've seen from last weekend. Yeah, it comes down to them boys are another level that are finishing on the podium in the Group A, so hats off to all of them to keep the car on track. So here we go again.
Except me that flew off to Los Angeles last week. I accidentally took a wheel off, and yeah, it sent me all the way into spend more time in the sand than David Hasselhoff, as Schumer Gavin used to say. As we get underway tonight for the round 2 of the Sector 1 GT3 Challenge.
Alright, so we will take position in car number 5 tonight. Actually, we'll go 4, that's closer to the lights, we'll be able to see the lights better. If we can get there. Alright. Revs are up. Lights are on. We're away for race 1. It's only one race tonight, so race 1 it is. I keep thinking we're at the sprint round. Alright, so everyone gets a pretty good start. The Stranger holds the lead. Grassy straight in behind.
Very clean start by these boys. I thought, oh, there was a little bit of bumping and grinding just in the back there between Pruski and Flat Stick, but they've come away with it very cleanly.
Alright, we'll just jump back up the front because coming into turn 2 and 3 has been a little bit of havoc over the first, the Group A boys, but they're all getting through here cleanly as well.
Yeah, through this section that we call the Omega Complex, goes up and then down. It's very, very easy to go wide here as they come down through the Munro Ridge now. Come through the Munro Ridge up to Wings Leg.
Now the Stranger is just in tow, but he's pulling away, so maybe he's just out of the tow. I believe Adam said it was about the 0.75 mark was the tow, so he's just outside of it. He wants to stay outside of it for the main straight too, because he'll have a good advantage coming into turn 1.
Oh, Dadson runs wide. Can he hold on? He can keep the car straight.
We'll see if we
Everyone's gone through the closer. The first time. They've got a lot more time to do it, but oh, that would have been a nervy moment for Dadson, who is the first of the medium runners.
He just clipped the inside curb there and it's thrown him off to the other side of the track.
So our medium tyre runners as well, we've got Dadson, we've got Womble, we've got Moth, we've got Killer, Evie and Mitch, and we've also got Prui, Filthy, and Flat Stick as well. So the field is very, very split. 7 guys on the medium, 7 guys on the soft.
Alright, so the field's fairly even. There's no real battle as we speak. Looks as though Pruitt is down in about 10th or 11th.
Yeah, P11 at the moment. He's cut through a couple of the cars already and he's making his way up to the back of Excalibur very quickly. Hasn't been afraid to get the elbows out, as we know Pruski does very well. As just in front of him, he's got Excalibur and Magnet just as they come into the closer now. 2 into 1 does not work here.
Yeah, Excalibur pulls behind. Look at the Stranger already. Stranger's got a big gap already. He's out to 1.68 to Grassy's in second. Dadson just fallen off the pace. He hasn't fallen off track, just fallen off the pace.
I can tell you right now the Moth's under big pressure at the moment because Killer just had a big look into the first turn. He's also got Mitch and the Malevolent one right behind. This pack is starting to bunch up a bit. Geez, these cars look beautiful though in this beautiful Californian sunset here at Willow Springs. 80 miles just to the northeast of Los Angeles itself.
I tell you
As
what.
Pruski just, oh wow, Pruski around the outside of Monroe Ridge of Magnet, what a move!
See if we can snap it.
Absolute commitment to make that pass, that's for sure.
Well, looks like there's a little bit of a touch there on Excalibur to Magnet. But he got the pass done, so it's to his advantage.
Great move, that's for sure. Everyone's still on the track as well, so great driving so far by these guys. It is a very, very daunting prospect here at Willow Springs Raceway to make the full 33 laps without making a mistake, and it is, I can tell you right now, mentally exhausting to keep these cars on this tarmac for 40 grueling minutes while thinking about your opponents and making passes.
Yeah, we're 4 minutes in and the nerves are probably already setting in as we see Killer on the loose there go a little bit wide.
Oh, Malevolent one just decided to have a look as Mitch just makes a big bit of contact. Can he save the car? Yes, he can. But Malevolent one's actually just starting to drop back a bit, and that's just sort of bunched up the group now. Looks like Pruski's hungry to make another pass. This paddle pack is really close right up. I'm not sure what happened there with the Malevolent one, but there must have been a bit of contact a bit further up because, yeah, Mitch just had a big look, and then all of a sudden, as he dropped behind, Malevolent one just backed out of that a little bit. Not sure.
Stickers is asking, is the Moth on mediums? I can't remember if he was or not.
The Moth is on the medium stickers, so he is the third of the medium runners at the moment. So With the Stranger and Grassy's both being on softs, you can expect them to just dance away a little bit early on. However, they will have to do a medium stop as well, which will mean these medium tyre runners only needing softs to get home. They will come back a little bit.
Alright, so we got Womble in 4th. Now Womble will be enjoying this because he's had a bad streak, which we were saying earlier, and looks to be coming together tonight. Probably won't want the camera on him too long though, because it's a bit of a what do you call that? A bit of a jinx.
Yeah, we've had a few drivers have. Oh, someone's gone round! Someone's gone round at the ridge, and it's the Stranger's gone round. No way! He's dropped all the way back to P13. He's actually last. What has happened there?
Oh, we've missed it.
Oh dear, oh dear. The only thing I can think of is that he's come out of the top of the hill and just clipped it. He's clipped the dirt and it's just sent him sideways.
And he's not been able to get back on the track quick either.
No, so he's actually 2 seconds behind Flatstick. So being on the softs, he's still got to do a medium stint, but that has really opened the door up for Grassy's now, who is 4 seconds ahead of Dadson.
So the Autobahn car is looking pretty sweet at the moment. He can start taking a little bit of care of the car. He's got a little bit of time to play with. Dadson in 2nd. He's got a 1.5 second gap to Womble, so that moves Womble onto the podium as we speak.
Oh, there'll be a lot of Green Beacon Wayfarer and Black IPA spilled around if Womble can get up this one tonight.
And the Moff in 4th. What a drive from the Moff so far.
Yeah, he's kept it clean and he's got great pace at the moment. He's just sticking with Womble. Being on the mediums as well, he's really looked after that. Really looked after the tyres at the moment.
Might just go back through the field a little bit because they're looking to start looking to bunch up a little. Killer on the loose got a little bit of a gap between him. EBM Mitch seems to have pulled a bit of a gap out now. He was at the forefront of this pack behind.
Yeah, he was down in P8 at one stage. He's made up a couple of spots, but the thing is with this toe, he's out of the toe in front to Killer on the loose. He's got to make up 2 seconds, but he's got this toe behind now with Excalibur and Pruski. How about Pruski in P8 now? After 7 laps, what a drive so far.
Yep, well, he was down in 14th off the start, so he's definitely making some moves.
Just keeping on Stranger watch at the moment. He's just made a move on Flatstick, so the work has begun for the Stranger at the moment. He's still setting good pace. 1:13 flat in the last lap. Of course, he's got the fastest flyer with a 1:12 flat off the first lap.
All right, so Magnet just ahead. And Filthy.
Yeah, Filthy won't want. He won't be too pleased about this, I think, at the moment. He's just sitting in 11th at the moment. His pace is still pretty good. He's setting very consistent low 1:14s at the moment, just behind the toe, but he's on the mediums as well, so this race will come back to him a little bit. Oh, there's someone else off as well. Just try and find out who it is. Oh, it's Dadson! Dadson's gone!
Oh no, he's not going to be liking that.
No, so he's had a moment at the closer. It's closed his podium aspirations. What's happened there? And that has put Womble, as you can hear the fan group of the Red Mist Racing crew, Womble is now up to P2. Wow. I dare say what's happened there is, yeah, he's just dropped a wheel off at the closer and just sent himself sideways a little bit, unfortunately.
Look at the pack though. The Grassies is out to a mega lead, but the pack's just starting to come together. Womble's not too far off coming under fire here from Killer on the loose.
Also bringing them off with him and EBM Mitch as well. So these three are starting to close in. They're all on the mediums as well. Grassies is on the soft tyre, so he is making hay while the sun shines. But I tell you what, these boys, they're going to close right up in a couple of laps, and it's going to be on for young and old. Also keeping an eye on Excalibur as well, as Pruski goes up to P7 now. Excalibur's just started to drop off the back of Mitch here. Pruski goes a little bit wide, holds on though. And Debrev's also made his way up to P8 in that beautiful chill-out systems livery for racing cars like Legends. Hi, Deflo. Big battle pack though at the moment, isn't it? Like, just even looking down to Magnet Malevolent 1, only a couple of seconds back, and the Stranger's actually caught right up to the back of the Malevolent 1. So the Stranger could still make a good use of this race tonight. He could still finish with a top 5.
Yeah, he's the Stranger's definitely on the move. He's got some pace. We know he's got the pace because he's got the fastest lap too at the moment, and a long way to go. But we do have 30 minutes still left to run in this race, so anything can happen. We've seen the Bad Doctor come from last place to first, so it's definitely there for the taking.
I'll tell you what, how big is the party going to be if Red Mist get this one done tonight? 2nd and 3rd at the moment. Wouldn't that be something special for the Red Mist crew? They've had a bit of a rough stretch over the last couple of seasons, getting used to the ins and outs of Sector 1, but they are doing a fantastic job tonight, those boys, as Killis started closing right up to the back, so he's got a lot of pace at the moment, actually. He sort of 13.7 last lap, whereas Womble did a 14.6. Moff and EBM Mitch also did Moff did a 14.3 and Mitch has done a 13.6. Pruski is now up to P6 as well.
So as it stands, it's Red Mist Racing in 2nd and 3rd, so they'll get some valuable points if they can hold on to it.
That'll be massive. So just going to do a quick tyre and fuel check at the moment. So Grassy's is well, he's out in front by a countrywide margin at the moment.
He's already out to 10.5 seconds.
Yeah, so his front left is, like his left side, as you would expect here at Willow Springs, is a little bit worn, but his right side's not too bad, just sitting at 2/3 of the tank of fuel. Womble's sitting at the same amount of fuel as well, but his mediums look absolutely beautiful, so he's really looked after that car. In comparison, Killer's front left is very, very worn compared to Womble's. Just over half a tank as well, so Womble is better on fuel and tyres. We've got the Moff, who's under attack from EBM Mitch at the moment. Oh, Mitch just having a big moment at the exit of the closer. Can Mitch go up the inside though? Moff's going to make a case for it.
Just seen some cars pull into the pits already.
That's correct. So Magnet, Debrev and the Stranger are all in, and the Stranger's used quite a bit of fuel compared to Magnet at the moment, coming in just over half a tank. Debrev switches to the mediums. Stranger and the Magnet take another set of softs. So they'll have to take another set of, they'll have to take the mediums later on in the race.
Corey's saying team orders for Red Mist. I think it'll be, I think it'll definitely be team orders there. I want that place from Womble. Good
I don't know
drive.
how Womble will feel with the team orders at the moment though. With being in second place, he'll be loving life at the moment. Great job so far.
Pruski is still in 6th, but he's pulled away from Excalibur.
He has, and he's got great pace at the moment. He's done a 1:14 flat the last lap, and he's actually starting to wear into the Moff's gap. Took out half a second in the last lap itself. Mitch has also skipped away a little bit and is starting to close in on the Red Mist battle, as Killer's going to have a big look up the outside.
There you
And
go.
gets it done. Oh,
No.
Womble's going to... Oh, not sure about that.
Don't want to start dicing around. They'll go straight back down to Mitch, who'll come into contention.
And I'll tell you what, Mitch being a former Red Mist racer himself, he'll know how these boys race, so he may take advantage of that.
He might still be in the Red Mist chat tonight.
I'll tell you what, the battle pack down in P9, have a look at this. You've got Flatstick, Debrev, the Stranger, Excalibur, Magnet, and the Malevolent one. So there's pretty much everybody here's pitted. Oh, there's a bit of contact there, but... Oh, this is getting a bit risky down here.
Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit ugly. I think the Stranger's getting a little bit impatient.
He is. Oh, there's a big bit of contact there, though. Oh, a bit of bumping and grinding between himself and Excalibur. Oh, there's more contact, and the Stranger's gone again. Oh, no. Oh, it's all unraveling at the moment, and he spun it as well. It's all unraveling for the Stranger at the moment as Grassy's pits out of P4, out of the lead.
Oh, Oh, so he's just run wide, and that's all it takes. It's a little bit of a bump. Aaron had the inside.
And the problem with the Monroe Ridge is a 2 in the 1 doesn't really work on the right-hand section. You can take 2 wheels off, but if you don't have the space to come back into the left-hand side of Monroe Ridge, you just understeer straight off. So there was not really much in that Excalibur could have done in that position.
And the Stranger is struggling to get back on the track now. He's nearly got Grassy's about to come up behind him.
Yeah, he's accidentally spent more time out there than an Instagram influencer. We know they love the sand, so as Mitch is really starting to work on the back of Killer on the loose here. His tyre life is actually a little bit worse than Killer's, but he's better on fuel.
So the Womble seems to have pulled a slight gap there on Killer, not much.
No, and Womble still has very fresh tyres. He's really hooked up. He could probably do the rest of the race on that set at the moment.
All right,
they go around.
Let's
Mitch goes around again.
See if Killer's got anything for Womble this time. Goes to the outside. I don't know if that's the way to do it, but it does set you up for turn 2.
Yeah, it's a early braking corner here at turn 1, of course. The Castrol corner. What you need to do is just brake a little bit early, bring the nose in, and then just plant the foot as you come through into Rabbit's Ear. Big, long right-hander, and this is where a lot of the tyre damage comes from. These big, long right-handers here. They're sustained at very high speed, do over about 160 to 180 kilometres through most of them, if not 200. Is Mitch starting to range in on Killer on the loose here. And Pruski's caught right back up to them as well. Pruski, he's not out of... If he gets a podium tonight, I will just buy him a bag of lollies or something. I don't know.
So Adam's saying that Grassy's didn't take on fuel. Is this correct?
That is correct. He didn't take on any fuel at all. So he went in with 54. He went out with 54. And the gap between himself and Womble is extended to 5.3. It was 2.6 when they pitted. When Grassy's pitted, sorry. Womble's another big look by Killer on the loose, but they're going to have to do something about this because Mitch has just closed right into the point where they've actually really lost time compared to Mitch, who's just dug. He's going to have a big look here as well as Womble covers.
Big cover from Womble.
Oh, Mitch.
He doesn't want to lose that podium.
No, and Mitch fighting for a podium as well. This will give him a world of confidence, of course, after Morgan's win last week. We're up and about here at Deeds. But they don't want to get too cute because this will mean Pruski will start to close right in as well. We know what Pruski's like. He's not afraid to throw the elbows out.
So any mistake, Pruski is right there.
Oh, Wobble's off! Wobble's just gone! Just understeered at Monroe Ridge. Oh no! Oh, that was a beautiful third place podium. And it's just all gone for him, unfortunately.
Oh, he's just overcorrected coming into the corner, and as he went to go back to the left, it's just stayed straight and understeered off to the track.
Yeah, it's just that bump, unfortunately, at Monroe Ridge itself on the braking zone. Very, very easy to catch the curve or understeer straight off, and it's dropped him down to P12, unfortunately. Which then what this means is it's put Mitch onto P2 as Killer's pitted. Killer's put up just under half a tank of fuel at the moment, and he's gone to the softs. Tell you what, Mitch might be looking at the one stop here as well. He's done 16 laps on a set of mediums at the moment. Very risky strategy, and look who's made his way up to P3 as well, also on the mediums. So Filthy might be also looking at the one stop.
Filthy sitting in third position at the moment, so that's a good little shuffle in positions.
Good Doc has reminded us that Filth was P5, just saying, and just to make it a little bit happier there, Good Doc, he is now in P3, so good, very, very strong run for Filthy so far, and his time's looking very good. He's been sitting in the 14s all race, really looking after that car, and he's got just under half a tank, so his main rival at the moment would be EBM Mitch, who's used a little bit more fuel.
Alright, so just down beyond Filthy's in, so this is going to put him back into where he should be sitting for his grid order. We probably don't need to be watching this.
No, and I'm just watching the little battle pack for 5th place between the Malevolent One, Excalibur, and Killer on the Loose. I know Excalibur's P4, he's a little bit further up the road. Oh, a little bit of bumper to grind, and this is going to hold the Malevolent One up. Oh, Killer's just made the move though. So Malevolent One on the mediums and Killer on the Loose is on the soft at the moment. So Killer will want to make this pass quickly.
Just looking up there in 3rd position, the Moth is on the podium as we speak. Might be out of sync with the pit strategies, but he's in the right direction.
Yeah, and he's set a 112.7 for his last lap. So he's got a lot of pace behind that car at the moment. He's got a 1/3 of a tank of fuel, and he's looking very, very comfortable behind the wheel. Hasn't made a mistake at all. As we look at this battle pack for P5 still, Pruski is in P8 again as well, but look at this, 2 wide coming down to the close-up between the Malevolent One and Killer on the Loose, and oh, Killer just takes that corner.
Yep, he stamped a little bit of authority there. It's the only corner on the track that's a bit weary to pass on. Well, not the only corner, but it's definitely one that can end your race, as I just seen behind them. I'm not sure if that was...
Oh, Pruski just had a big look at Castrol corner at the Malevolent One. Is he going to try the outside line at Rabbits here? Oh, this will be a big move if he does. He's got the tyre life to do it though, and he's made it stick. Great move. Gee whiz, these boys are keeping it clean tonight though. Fantastic racing so far.
Oh, looks like Pro is getting a little bit taily.
Oh man, the Stranger's unfortunately gone off again at the stupidly named turn 9, unfortunately. And this is going to be a rough one. It's put him actually a lap behind Grassy, so what could have been tonight for Stranger and Team 53 is it's just unravelled, unfortunately.
Oh, we got flashing of the lights from Prua.
Yeah, Pruski's starting to get a bit hungry now. He knows that podium is on.
Good thinking there from Pruski. Pulls out for the last corner. He's going to have a great tow here, and he's going to be able to get to the inside pretty easy.
Set his fastest lap of the race too with a 1:12.5 as he crosses it. He's going to have a look into Castrol corner. Oh, a little bit of a bump, but he's got it in. Got it done.
Very clean tonight. Not too many incidents so far.
No, and this is a very, very punishing track as well. It's easy to make mistakes here and really lose your race. And looks like we've had a couple of guys just unfortunately have a couple of moments and really not being able to capitalise. Speaking of one of those blokes that had a big moment as well, Dadson. He's up to P9 now, so it was lap 4 or 5, I can't remember off the top of my head, where he
went off
came
his
off
own.
Yeah, and he's caught right up to the back of Debrev at the moment. He's setting fantastic laps. He's done a 1:12.077, which is ironically the exact same time as the fastest lap by the Stranger. So they are co-owning the fastest lap at the moment, but he's sitting in the 1:12 the last few laps.
Debrev's off.
Oh, Debrev's off! And that's massive damage as well to the front and to the rear. The whole left side's gone, the front's gone, the rear's gone, it's all gone.
We just watched that unfold in the bonnet cam with Dadson.
Oh no.
Just runs wide, can't pull it back in, off the track, and that's nothing you can do about that now.
I'll tell you what, the battle pack for P3 is really, really starting to close up as well. The Moth and Excalibur are about to have Pruski really range in on them. They've got flat stick in between them though, so and Killer on the Loose hasn't left Pruski's rear end at all. So and there's been a little bit of light flashing going on there by Killer on the Loose.
Well, there's
keeps.
It's not like you see this too often. The Moth and Excalibur line astern. Just about every race you see it.
And this is going to be new. This is going to be great news if these guys can hold on for the Powerhouse Collective as they know, as we know them. Of course, Moth driving for Aussie Hampton Racing and Excalibur driving for the Death Grip Racing Revolution Race Gear team. And they've actually closed right up to EBM Mitch as well, who's got very knackered tyres at the moment, so he's trying to really make that one stop work.
Just on with Proski and Killer on the loose at the moment. Looks like they've got around flat stick.
I tell you what, I would not be surprised at all if this battle pack between 2nd and 8th ends up closing up right in this next set of pit stops, because Mitch has really fallen into the clutches of the Moff at the moment. You've got Excalibur, who's just sitting behind them, with Pruski really, really closing in. Killer on the loose, Malevolent One is caught back up to the pack as well, and then Dadson is just homing in. So any one of these guys in the top 8 is still on for a podium.
We still might see a little bit unfold as the pit strategies come to play and they finalise them, but yeah, there's definitely some good speed out of some of these drivers tonight to get back up into contention.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I think Mitch might have gone 1 or 2 laps too far, because 21 laps on a set of mediums and he still hasn't pitted yet. He's done a 1 minute 15.1 and he's coming in, so he will have a very, very fresh car towards the end of the race, but gee whiz, that's a massive stint for mediums.
Well, we just seen Pruski get around Excalibur. Excalibur gets him back on the straight. Gives the spot back too, so there's a maybe a little bit of friendship going on there.
So just checking in, Mitch has dropped back to P8. Malevolent One's dropped back to P9 with his stop as well. Womble's actually just fallen right behind Malevolent One, so Womble's not out of the top. He's in the top 10, which is great news.
All right, we'll just jump back up to Grassy. He's got almost a 16-second lead as we close in on the end, the stints of the race, and almost got a pit stop up his sleeve, I could imagine. 15, 16 seconds as he comes in. All right, so let's see. Moff's got around Perua.
Oh, no, wow.
Sorry, Mitch has pitted. That's what's the difference.
Yeah, and so's Excalibur as... Oh, no, Excalibur's actually dropped behind Killer on the loose here. So Excalibur's on the fuel light. He's going to have to pit. And it's going to... Oh, he's gone off. That's an unorthodox pit entry, but I'll correct. But what I've been looking at just up and down the order as well, because Mitch has run so long, Filthy has actually taken advantage of that and has he's undercut Mitch by 5 seconds. So running longer has not helped Mitch at all, but he does have the much fresher car compared to Filthy. So let's see what happens in that regard. There's 5 seconds to make up between the two of them. And they've got Dadson a bit further forward, who needs to make one more stop. I'd say out of all the guys that can get home, Grassy's is definitely the first. And then you've got Filthy, who's definitely looking on for a podium at the moment.
That's right. Adam's just put on their chat there that Killer's in a new rig tonight. So he's probably got a bit of confidence behind him.
Hopefully he's joined the right winning team, Team Fanatec. As we know, the GTDD Pro has dropped, and I can tell you the big news right now. I know one person in Sector 1 has got it, and all I can say is look out.
Oh, Grassy's gets a little taily.
Oh.
So Grassy's got to be on some fresh rubber, and he'll be good to go till the end of the race, I believe. Because he's just pitted.
Pruski is not going to be afraid to fight. He might have to pit again, but he will not be able to afraid to fight Grassy's at all. He'll make him earn this.
Oh, Pruski just running wide.
Oh! 2 wheels off the ground there for the Grassy's, and he's actually dropped back, so that was close. But he went through the rabbits here just with 2 wheels on the ground. 2 wheels on the tire as well, and so the gap to Grassy's as well is the interesting bit, is 8.8 seconds, and it's actually gone up to 8.2. So that little mistake, Filthy's closed right in, but
it's in the 7s and dropping.
Tell you what though, Filthy might have to make these tyres really last, because Mitch has taken a fair chunk of time out of him at the moment. That front left is looking a bit sad for Filthy, and he's actually starting to really drop time. Last lap for Filthy was a 13.1, whereas Mitch did a 12.3.
Well, the gap was 5.3. It's now down to 3.4 for Filthy, and Mitch is closing in.
Killer and the Moff are pitting for their final stops.
Alright, so this is going to let Pruski with a 2-second gap over Grassy's. Grassy's is on a fresh car.
And speaking of the Lucky's Lawn Care crew, Magnet has had an off at the Omega Complex. He's just come back onto the track now in P12. Bit of a rough 9 for Magenet.
See if we can grab it. Might be a bit of a long one. We've missed it. We've got him coming back on track though. So hard to get back on track here too. The car will just keep spinning around if you don't take it easy.
And I'll tell you what, if you go off at turn, the start of the Omega Complex, it actually, thanks to Gran Turismo Sport, if you decide to cut the entirety of the Omega Complex, it actually puts you 1 lap down. So most of these drivers have been, or pretty much all the drivers have been informed that if you come off, come straight back on where you came off. Keep it clean, keep it fair, and that's what these boys have done very, very well tonight. 10 minutes left though. This is where the fatigue will set in. What can they do?
Alright, Pruski's in, so this will give Grassy's the lead back.
Where's Pruski down to drop though in regards to this battle for the podium? As Filthy's come in as well. Mitch will be right to get home. So it looks like Filthy is just pitted for fuel. He's coming out now. Mitch has cleared him.
Datsun will get past Filthy. No, he doesn't.
I wonder what's happened there with Filthy, because he came in at the same time as Pruski did, and yet Pruski... that's an interesting little concept. Filthy did take fuel. That's very, very interesting, because Pruski is now up to P3. What a drive, though. Seriously, can't take anything away from Pruski on that one. But Filthy's down in P7. He's got the fresh car. He's got absolutely perfect rubber. Now,
Excalibur's probably one to look at too. He's in 4th position, and I'm not sure if he's good to go to the end, but that's a big drive from Excalibur. The Moth, he was battling with the Moth a little earlier, and the Moth's way down in 9th at the moment, so I don't know if Moth's taken on too much fuel, maybe lost a little bit of time in the pits, but he's down the pack, and Excalibur has made some good ground up into 4th.
I can tell you right now, from judging from what I'm seeing here with the fuel and tyre situation for these guys, he has taken on a lot more fuel than he needed to. He's actually under half a tank, and most of these guys are actually just on between a third and a quarter of a tank. As Killer on the Loose is having a big battle again with them 11-1. And Filthy's just had Dadson go right up the inside. That was an aggressive move though. Dadson just getting the elbows out saying, I'm coming through. Gillette Mac Turbo mode activated.
So it's the slipstream that allows him to get up the inside. Just like that, a little bit of a touch on exit. I don't think there's too much in that. But Filthy is pushing him along at the moment. Wants that spot back.
Tell you what, Excalibur's not really letting go of this podium opportunity at the moment. The gap's still 2 seconds, but the times are very, very even between himself and Pruski. Prui's last lap was a 13.7. Excalibur's a 12.8. The big battle at the moment is if Pruski can actually close in on Mitch. So Mitch's tyres aren't anywhere near as good. 1.2 second gap, so one slight mistake and Prue can look for that second position.
Well, we've seen towards the end of the first stint that Mitch's car was started to slow down quite a bit, and it looks as though Pruski has got some real grip advantage, because he's bringing it under a second as we speak.
Yeah, he just did an 11.9 as well.
Not quite.
That last lap.
But they do have Flat Stick, I believe, might be in 14th. He's going to become, no he's not, he's 13th. He's next in line to for them to try and get around.
Tell you what, this has been a great recovery by Dadson as well just after that pass. He's in P7. He could still finish 5th at the moment. He's got the Malevolent One and Killer, who have been joined at the hip all night, fighting ahead of him. Very, very close racing. It's been fantastic to watch Dadson's recovery at the moment. And Womble's in the top 10 as well. After that little spin early, later in the middle of the race, he's back in P10 at the moment. He's got Dobrev just behind him as well, but a top 10 is still a good recovery for Womble after what happened tonight.
I'll just keep an eye on Killer there. Looks like he's had a pretty good run on Malevolent One. He's going to have the slipstream if he can get behind.
Oh, there's been a position change. Mitch has dropped down to P3. Pruski has made the move. So Pruski set him up at the closer and just done the slipstream down the main straight. Great move.
Oh, this might have been flat stick coming into play here.
Oh! Not sure about this one. There's going to be some feeling attached to that. And
Oh, flat stick's off.
Flat stick's off and he's gone. Oh! There may have been contact there. I'm not too sure about that, but that's a very, very interesting take. Oh, there was some definite feeling and emotion attached to that one though, because flat stick on the way into the Omega Complex was very defensive on Pruski.
Didn't quite get to see the full effect because we were in the wrong car, but it doesn't look very good.
Yeah, no, that's a bit of a how you going moment, as I'm going to say.
All right,
Tell you what, Excalibur's not dropped out of this battle either for a podium. He's still 2 seconds behind these guys, and if anything goes wrong, podium for Excalibur. Oh, that'll send some raptures.
Malevolent One and Killer, they're back on it, and they've also got Filthy coming into the play. Filthy's looking pretty racy towards the end of the race.
He's got great tyre. They're all on the soft. Malevolent One's suffering. He's got the worst tyre life by far. Killer and Filthy are equal on tyre life, but Filthy has just been smashing these times out. He's done a 1:12.2 for the last lap. Looks very comfortable, and I tell you what, he's going to have to get it done quick because Dadson is homing in.
Oh, you can hear the tyres squirming.
Yeah, they're protesting. Coming into the Monroe Ridge at the moment, it's about to become a 4-way battle for 5th position.
I tell you what, Dadson's looking pretty racy as well.
If he gets in front of these guys tonight, even P6, that is a fantastic job after what happened earlier tonight. Filthy's got to get this done though. He's in it between a rock and a hard place right now. As Killer runs wide, can Filthy go up the inside of the closer? Little bit of a bump. Oh, that sent Killer wide. He's fun. Oh, can Moff get through? Moff gets through. But it's all unraveled, unfortunately, tonight for Red Mist. So the mistakes, they have started to come through. Fatigue has come through, and Filthy has made the jump to P5.
This is the worst outcome for Red Mist Racing tonight.
Yeah, they were sitting P2 and P3 were on some magnificent teams points, and now they're both down in P9 and P10. It's just been a horror night for the Red Mist boys.
All right, jump back up to Pruski.
He still hasn't let go. He still hasn't dropped Mitch yet, which is interesting. But Pruski is on the fuel light.
Oh no!
Oh, and Mitch is going to have a big look. Oh, Magnet just gets out of the way. Great job, Magnet. But Mitch has made the move.
So Prua will have to get in that slipstream and start saving fuel if he doesn't have enough to make it to the end. Doesn't look like that's part of it.
Prua, what a move! Up the inside of the closer. That is a... Oh, what a move! I'll tell you what, Mitch won't like that one little bit. Oh! Pruski is going absolutely defensive right now. He's got the tyre life to skip away, but... Oh, I'll tell you what, Mitch is fighting for this one. And Excalibur has joined the crew as well. He's torn time out of these guys. There's nothing in it. This is a three-way battle for P2.
So
if they get too cute, Filthy might just catch these guys. And Dadson as well.
Coming into the last minute of the race, they're probably going to get another lap out.
Yeah, this is going to be a lap of glory for these guys. This entire battle pack between first...
Oh, Pruski's off!
Oh, Pruski, no! He's driven so well tonight as well. And that's put Excalibur up to P3. What has happened there?
I think he's just come around too hot into the corner and he's gone too wide. It's spun him around just like that.
That's dropped him down to P8 as well. He's driven so well tonight.
So Grassy's, he'll be going around again. I think we're going to go down to about probably 10th position. No.
No, Pruski will be the first one to cross the line. Oh, that is so unfortunate for White Hips. He drove so well tonight. Killer will finish P9. Womble will be finishing in 10th. Night to forget for the Red Mist boys. But positive signs. Keep your heads up, guys. Debrev 11th, 12th Magnet.
Stranger for 13th. Flat Stick will go 14.
Speaking of battles though, Excalibur and Filthy, the position for P3. Filthy has ranged in. He's got the better tyre life.
Just jump
Half
up.
a lap to go.
Just jump up to Grassies. He's coming onto the straight. He's led it from start to finish just about, if not all of it. Kept a big gap for the whole field too, and he's made first place. And he took pole position, was that right? No, Stranger I think was pole. Alright, so we're down to EBM Mitch.
Oh, Filthy, hold on. Oh, barely held on to that.
Mitch for
Just
second.
looking on the...
Excalibur and Filthy for third and fourth. Dadson will go fifth. 11 and 1 seventh.
The Moth P6, what a drive. Congratulations though to Grassies, what a performance tonight. I don't like to use the words that Ghost makes famous because they're his, but he absolutely brained them tonight.
He did.
What a drive.
Not only that, there was a few big races for a few people there that had gone off, got their way back, and Filthy to end up on the podium. No, he didn't. Just off the podium. Excalibur onto the podium. Big drive from Excalibur.
Yeah, Filthy nearly got there though. He tried to look on the outside of turn 9, aka the closer, and I tell you what, if he had made that pass stick, that would have been move of the season. But no, congratulations to everybody, our podium winners tonight as well. Great drive. Seeing in the chat as well, drive of the day, guys, get them in thick and fast. We've already seen a few come in. Good Doctor has said drive of the day, Excalibur. Adam has said drive of the day, Mitch, without a doubt. What a result. We've got Mountain Goat in there saying get in there, Excalibur. His internet seems to be working just fine tonight. Drive of the day, Excalibur from VF. Drive of the day, Pruski from the Crazy One. Excalibur drive of the day. Excalibur drive of the day from Jimmy and Bad Doc. Daz, drive of the day, Mitch, grid penalty and 1 stop.
I think we can pretty much call that Excalibur got drive of the day.
Yeah, I tell you what, Excalibur drove an absolute blinder tonight, and he kept that one absolutely clean, took his chances when he needed to, and he reaped the benefits tonight. What a fantastic result for Death Grip Racing.
Alright, so as you can see on screen, that's the finishing order for the Porsche Challenge boys. Grassy's in first, EB and Mitch in second, Excalibur third, Filthy fourth, Dadson fifth. The Moth, good comeback for the Moth for sixth, Malevolent One for seventh, Prua for eighth after a bit of a crash right towards the end of the race, and he was sitting pretty at a couple of minutes out. Killer on the loose for ninth, Womble for 10th, the Brev for 11th, 12th was Magnet, the Stranger for 13th, who was very promising come qualifying in the start of the race, and it just went backwards for him tonight. And Flat Stick for 14th with the fastest lap from the Stranger on lap 27 with a 1:11.8. Alright, we'll move over to the other room and we will get qualifying underway pretty quick, I reckon.
I'll get out of the Gulfstream jet now that it's landed here in California, and I'm gonna go and hit up. The strips. So have a good night, boys. I'll leave you to it, and thanks everyone for tuning in, watching, and yeah, if you like what we're seeing tonight, make sure you smash the like button and the notification bells, whistles, that sort of jazz. As I'll get off here and.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining in there, Brent, and hope to see you back shortly.
Will do, and I'll let the good doctor step in for you there. Sorry, Lucas. I'll just get out of the way. Oh, there we go.
Get him a seat.
So I'm still Still driving my Super Formula car. You can hear that on the way in. Alright, so here we are. Back to the Supercup boys in for Group B. What are we looking at tonight there, Lucas? Couple of fast guys. We've got a couple of people starting off the rear of the grid, I believe, or one at least.
There's one off the back, I believe. Give me a second to double check this stuff. I'd like to make sure I remember it before we start talking. So for Super Cup, Marcus, so Bad Doc is on 15 points only for Revolution. No, not Revolution, sorry, Ragged Edge Racing. And Rikkibobby is off the rear of the grid, which is actually interesting because he's been supremely quick so far in practice. So he's got a lot of work to do from the back of the grid. Otherwise, we will still red flag the race just so I can make sure that the grid's set and give these guys a chance to double check their tyres. But yeah, we're
well, one thing we can
ready, I think.
one thing we can watch out for from Rikkibobby too is he is really good at the looking after his car and the strategy side. So when you are ready, we can go qualifying.
Just letting these guys to make sure they're all on the grid. Looks like they are. Alright, let's go do some qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. How good was that challenge race, by the way? I was keeping one eye on it.
Well, we haven't raced at Willow Springs before. I tell you what, it's putting out some really good racing.
Yeah, 2 races last week were pretty good. This one here again tonight, excellent. A couple of guys with heartbreak falling off the road, looks of it.
All right, on track.
Womble, that was a bag of Richards. Let me have a bit of a look down the grid. So at the moment, medium tyre runners look like they're going to be Jimmy Superfly, Wakey, Kazzy, Black Project, Rikkibobby. Yeah, NASCAR.
Alright, we'll quickly run through the field before they get around to their fast lap. So we got Superfly. He's for Revolution Race Gear. For Death Grip Racing, Racefan we have in second, who is for CP Motorsports in the FGT light car. Barry in third. We haven't seen too much of Barry this season. It's only round 2, but I think he missed the first round.
He did.
Tamar Cars from Session Motorsports. Cruising in fourth. He'll be one to watch out for too, I believe. One of the very good competitors in this field. He is for Chill Out Systems for racing cars like Legends. Old Wakey in fourth. First of the Aussie Hampton cars for Aussie Hampton Racing. Stickers in sixth. The Merlin entry for Team Lightning Motorsports. Nux first race tonight as well, so he's Lucky's Lawn Care in the Autobahn entry. He missed out on round 1. Hardy Thump in sixth. Hardy Thump for CJ Esports. I believe that is D'Angelo. Something real estate, maybe.
I'm not sure. I didn't do that one. Couldn't tell you.
Something Australia. We'll get it one day. Seventh we have NASCAR in the Alliance Civil for Team 53. Darkside, or Bad Doctor as they call him, in P8 for Auto 1 and Ragged Edge Racing. Then we go back to Enosis in 9th, who has the Bacchus Breweries for Dadson Racing. Old Wakey in 10th. And the Aussie Hampton car, Kazi 1 in 11th. And that'll be Green Beacon for Red Mist Racing. Black Project in 12th for Blacklight. And I believe that will be the MyTrax car.
It's Rap Studio for
Rap Studio.
Black Project.
Rikkibobby in 13th, which will be the second Obsession car. And that will be the kart one. No, Tamar Cars.
Tamar Cars on that one too, yep.
And rounding out the 14, we have Superfly.
Come the times. Artie Thump goes straight to the top there, ladies and gentlemen, with a 1:11.457 first fast flyer. That's ridiculous. Nux into P2, Racefan P3, Stickers 4. Bad Doc comes into 5th place in the stand-in job at the moment for Ghost.
So he's giving
Lenosis out of 6.
He's giving Lenosis a little bit of a tow around the track.
Cruiser's had a quiet first lap there. He's currently 7th with a 12.1. I say quiet, that's faster than I've ever qualified. 12.2 for Berry out of P8. Old Wakey there hasn't really put time in at the moment. He's doing. He would have been one of the medium runners, so he's on a soft tyre now. So Ninth and back haven't really put down a time yet.
Racefan's getting a nice little tow from cruising at the moment.
He did back off earlier in the lap though, so I don't expect this lap to be really that quick, because he was right up the road.
Better bring up the timing board. Alright, so Stickers 4th. Seeing
So decent time and a Knuckles here. No, he peels off into the pits.
looks like they're all going into the pits.
Berry improves to 4th.
11.9 from Berry. Oh, he's sideways into turn 1.
Bad Doctor to 3rd.
11.7 from the Bad Doctor. Old Wakey with an 11.9. Puts him into 5th.
Black Project to 4th in, what was that, 11.7 there. Rikkibobby goes to the top. That's not going to count. He's off the back row tonight. Looks like Racefans dropped it off in turn 1 there, inside of turn 1, just trying to find a space to get back on. Still trying to find a space that's eaten up his qualifying time. There we go. He's got rear damage. It's an interesting sort of damage to have. Wonder how he's done that.
He's backed it into a wall.
Oh, actually, no. Black Pro just got front damage. I reckon he's got served. There might have been a bit of front to rear contact between those two.
There's debris getting put onto the track. They can cut that inside corner to turn 5 there pretty sharp. Alright, so Artie Thump coming around again. Can he improve? Or is he starting his note? He's 3.3 down.
Tell you what, his laps are consistent now. 11.4, 11.9, 11.7.
Alright, Nux. Is Nux on a flyer?
Not yet. About to start one.
About to start
Jimmy
one.
Superfly's on a fly though, right behind him on the road. Currently 4th at 11.6.
Oh,
As
he's
he goes
just
a bit
touched
wide at exit, into the pits. NASCAR improves to a 11.68 to go to P5. The times are close together up the top end of town here.
Yeah, and they're fast too.
Absolutely.
Alright, so Racefan shuffled down to 8th.
Nope, he's off again. He just dropped it through turn 1 again.
It's not a track for the CP Motorsports boys this
It's
round.
not, is it? This is where this desperation starts to come in. You're a lot lower in qualifying you want to be, and you've had a couple of mistakes. You try and push that a little bit too hard, and then you drop a wheel again, and that's another lap done. Running out of time, looking at the clock, getting wound up. Artie Thump peels into the pits. Is it a long stint from Artie? He did 5 laps on those tyres. It's a long stint for qualifying.
Yeah, bit hit and miss on. We'll jump back on with Knuckles because he's coming around for his fast lap this time. Can he improve? But cruising with an 11.8, NASCAR with an 11.6. Can Nux improve? No, not quite.
Stickers there. Snuck himself up into P6. He's the self-proclaimed weak link at Lightning Motorsport. Tell you what, if I was a weak link and that strong, I'd be pretty happy with my team.
Well, go back to Stickers, and we're 0.3. The top 6 are 0.3 apart as he goes wide and off track. That's gonna wreck it. All right, where's Dark Side? Coming up to Sector 2. I'm not sure. I don't think he's on an outlap. See if he improves through Sector 2. This is for team points only tonight. The Ghost couldn't make it, and he's up by 0.46. He can steal a spot.
Get after it.
0.046, I should say.
Just to extend on your gaps notice there as well. Lenosa's currently P13 on the road. He's 0.6 of a second off pole position. That's how close this grid is. Now we got Kazzy there that's just punching way over his weight this season.
Dark Side up to 4th. Stickers down to 7th, so that's put NASCAR. Sorry, that's Dark Side taking them all back as position. Lenosis.
Goes better, but doesn't quite improve his position. He's come to 11.9 now. Half a second off pole position is good for 13th. It's just sickening.
Yeah.
Artie Thumb, still provisional pole at the moment. He'd be pretty happy with that. I do believe last week, I think Jimmy put his car on pole as well for CJ Esports.
Let's see if we're just on track with Barry at the moment. See what he's like through Sector 2. He's down 0.1. We're down in 12th spot. Yeah, it's only half a second between the top 12. Top 13, we could just about say, is half a second. And the Kazi won in 14th, running 1.7 seconds off the gap, but he's on his best lap at the moment.
Artie improves, doesn't quite get there, but he's still provisional pole. Just extends his gap just slightly on over Nux. Oh, Wakey improves to 4th position there. So the Aussie Hampton cars are coming this season, guys. Aussie Hampton's had a pretty good building season actually. They're starting to fire a bit higher up the pack than what we've seen.
Well, I believe
NASCAR to 2. NASCAR to pole. That's official pole position for NASCAR at the moment. 2 on the road.
Very good run from NASCAR.
I bet he doesn't even know that either. He'll be excited.
And I can tell you, even just getting down to an 11.4 here, I know it's Group B, but these are still fast drivers. An 11.4 around here is still pretty quick. 11.3 from
Jimmy to top.
Superfly.
Jimmy to pole. What a night out for Revolution Race Gear. Death Grip Racing. That's a quick lap. 11.39. Can anyone else improve?
Alright, so
Artie Thumb doesn't improve. Where's Nux? Coming along the back stretch at the moment.
5th. Onto the last corner, cruising with 11.8. Not enough to get into the top 8.
Someone just went off at the last corner as well, but it doesn't look like it's affected anybody.
What's Nux got? This is going to be it.
It's close. It
Oh,
goes to the top. Stole it at the death knock. So there'll be a slight
Slight
rearrange
reshuffle.
at the top 5, but not much.
Oh,
So take Ricky
Superfly.
Bobby out of the equation.
Stickers.
He's going to pit.
Can stickers improve?
He's going to be close. He's going to be real close. Not quite. Oh, he's only just off his best lap.
Well, that'll be qualifying run and done.
Right.
Knuckles to take pole.
I'll grab this screenshot real quick, and then I'll red flag these boys and get this one ready to rock and roll.
I tell you what, the grids look really good in these Porsches this season.
Car's looking great.
Now let's hope the Supercup boys can put on the same kind of show that the Challenge boys did. Not very many incidents in the Challenge group tonight. So we're going to be red flagging.
Yep.
Red flagging, and then we will get the 40-minute race underway.
Let's wait for these guys to finish off playing in the first corner like they love to.
I think just through team chat this week, Darkside's probably a little bit happy to be in tonight's race. He really wants to show his speed around here, and he's
been quick.
Yeah, he's definitely got some pace about him at this track.
The bad Doc has actually been what I've actually said it a couple of times now. He's been one of the informed drivers at the moment.
Well, he's definitely got some pace at Willow Springs, which he showed, and very good drive from the Bad Doctor 2 at B&B Infield.
It's going to be interesting to see. Two things: is to watch Ricky Bobby's run from the back of the field, because he qualified third at the end, but was on for pole position for quite a while there. And just going to get my photo organised here so I can.
So we're going to have Nux and Superfly off the front row.
Front row. That's a spicy front row to have too. Nux and Superfly.
I think Superfly will be looking for a good race too because I don't think he had too good of a race in round 1 from memory. I could be wrong.
Just going to get Barry to enter real quick so I can get him on the grid.
Alright, so we got Corey Hack in chat, Mark Edwards in chat. We have Dadson, Captain Muffin, Sean Daniels has joined us. Aaron's in there, so's the bad doctor. He's nervous, he says.
You'll be right, mate. Dust her off, go again, she'll be fine.
Just get lap 1 and 2 out of the way and then you'll be able to settle in.
That's a car from Artie Thump. Great starting position from Artie Thump out of P4.
Well, he showed pace early, so he's definitely one to watch out for, and he's one to do an entire stint really good. So he's not going to be one that you can just set and forget.
Black Project cruising. Almost done, guys. We're nearly there.
As you hear the truck pass in the background, that's one of the race car trucks just coming out of the pits.
Who's leaving early? CP. It's probably Death. It's probably Red Mist Racing.
Yeah.
All right, so let me just double check to make sure I've got this right. Alright, so it's Nux from Superfly in the front row, NASCAR Artie Thump take up row 2, row 3 seats Old Wakey and the Bad Doctor, row 4 is Stickers and Black Project, row 5 is Cruisin' and Racefan, row 6 is Berry and Lenocious, row 7 is Kazzy and Rikkibobby off the back. This is going to be going. Let's get going, guys.
Ready for this. This is hopefully not going to be carnage. Turn 2.
Oh. Well, we've had 3 good races so far, so we don't want to see these guys drop it for one big race.
All right, here we go. Now, who can get first to the first corner? It's all going to be about starting these Porsches. You don't get it right, they bog down and you're back behind everyone.
They bog hard too. They bog really hard.
Well, let's jump on with 4th. It seems to be the right one for the lights. No lights yet. There we go. First light's up. Second light's up. We're away. Artie Thump gets a pretty good start. A little bit of wheel spin, but it seems to have helped. Just coming up the side of NASCAR. He's going to get the inside run.
Jimmy sits out high and wide into P2 there. He's the first of the medium runners, starting out a second on the grid. That's brave. NASCAR is also on the mediums. Artie Thump's on the softs on the outside of turn 2. Plovers, Kookaburras.
Alright, Nux off to a great start. Superfly right in tow. One thing you don't want to do is let Nux get out in the lead because he's full consistent driver.
One went off. Lenocious. Oh, it's just sent Rikkibobby off up to the top of the circuit. He's not battered too bad, so you better recover it. Lenocious went off on the entry and Rikkibobby had nowhere to go. Along the back straight now. Looks like a bit of train forming behind NASCAR, who's just struggling to get those mediums up to temperature.
Yeah,
defensive inside line through the big sweeper at the bottom of the circuit. Oh, Artie Thump tried to look around the outside there of the Deeds corner, which you don't want to do. That could have been brutal.
Big advantage on the slipstream down the straight.
Yep, into turn 1. NASCAR still struggling with those mediums, trying to get them up to temperature. Artie Thump and Old Wakey now are in the picture. Bad Doctor starting to hunt as well. These guys here, Wakey's on mediums, Doctor and Artie Thump are on softs. Stickers is on softs. So there's a wealth of really quick cars trying to make a move behind him at the moment. Artie Thump sneaks through.
I see Old Wakey there just taking a little bit of a defensive action.
Yeah, he's on a medium tyre as well, so at the moment Bad Doctor's got the pace on these two in front. NASCAR's just struggling to get that car up to speed.
I seen rikkibobby and Racefan there too wide. I think they're down
I
in
think it was
about
Berry.
10th.
Yeah, it's Berry.
Berry, sorry.
Bobby's off the back of the field, but he's not that far behind, so he's probably done himself a bit of a favour on the medium tyre at the moment. Bit of fresh air, could just punch out some decent laps without anyone impeding.
Yeah, keep it clean. So here we go, we'll jump back up with the bad doctor because it looks as though he's in a tow. Can he go around Wake? He goes to the inside.
Here comes the move. Into turn one, gets it done easy. That's the soft tyre there, guys. Just got it down the inside. Plenty of grip there. Now old Wakey's going to sit out wide, but Stickers is going to look down the inside as well on the soft tyre. Keep an eye on the Black Project as well. He's chasing these guys in the medium at the moment, so he's tucked in this little battle pack as well. And Cruising as well is in it. This could get spicy very quickly here as they approach the second sector. Oh, Wakey just pushed out a line there a little bit there. It's going to be out of shape. Did a good job there to get it back under control, but Black Project has slipped through as well now. In the background, look at Berry, Lenocious, Racefan, all having a bit of a go. This is not a CP friendly track, is it? Because Racefan's just struggling at the moment on a soft tyre.
I think
Oh, NASCAR's off. NASCAR's had a big lose somewhere because he's way back in 14th. A long way off the back. He's had a big lose somewhere.
Well, we've missed that, and he's way behind.
Yep, he's had a big lose.
All right, so Knuckles, he's slowly pulling away. He's out to a 2.6 second lead. Artie Thump's taking Simi Superfly for second.
Yeah, soft tyres are doing the job now. Artie Thump's up to speed as well, so he's just jumped Jimmy Superfly in the medium. I reckon the bad doc and Stickers might catch Superfly in the next lap or so as well, because the softs are up to speed now, and they've got a very small window of extreme pace before they start to run off.
Yeah, so you got to make the most of the softs when they're fresh, get that gap, because come 10-15 minutes into the stint, the mediums start to claw back pretty quick if you're doing the one stop.
Looks like NASCAR went off on lap 2 at some point, so might have been at the back end of the circuit, down the final turn or something, because he did 31.2. That's a ridiculous lap. Because he followed up with a 13.1, so that's the problem with this track, Big Willow. The Americans don't believe in sand traps or walls, so you go off big time.
Right, so Stickers, I think he's playing it safe behind Bad Doctor here.
Keep an eye on Black Project here as well. He's on the medium tyre, he's tucked in behind these two soft runners, which isn't a bad spot to be. Cruising as well is not far behind. And you got that battle for sheep stations between Racefan, Old Wakey, Locious and Berry.
And as I've just seen in chat there, I think Old Wakey is carrying a pretty decent hangover today.
Worked Christmas party last night. Oh dear.
Oh, looking back
Oh,
down there,
wow,
Berry.
who was that? Stickers. No, it was Black Project and Cruising side by side through Sector 2. That's brave, boys. Wow.
Don't know if it'll go that far back. Oh, Black Project's had a little bit of a bobble into turn 3, and Cruising's been able to take advantage.
He's going to have a look down to the final corner. You've got to be careful there. Stewards have put a little bit of a asterisk on the final turn saying that a pass there is allowed, but we don't recommend it because the guy that you're beside has to be completely cooperative with the fact you're making a move.
Alright, down back in
We don't want to
ninth.
see...
Old Wakey.
Oh, they go again! Cruising down the inside. Tries it. Black Project covers on the outside, gets away with it. These guys are just dropping time at the moment to Stickers. They just lost 2 seconds in a lap.
Just looking back at the pack behind them too, that's starting to get a bit fiery. Lenosis got Darkside's got the fastest lap at the moment. Lenosis was just on the fastest lap as well.
This is great for rikkibobby, actually, these guys fighting, because it's bringing him back up to the pack pretty quickly. He's caught up to the back of this little train now that's still fighting for sheep stations here for the back of the 10 as Berry and Racefan go side by side down the hill.
Might just jump back up to dark side, 'cause I believe they might have caught Superfly.
They've caught Jimmy, and Stickers is with him as well. This is a little battle here. So Stickers on the medium tyre. As Bad Doc checks right up there to try and caught him at the worst possible time there, he did.
Oh,
Jimmy Superfly goes way off. Tell you what, some of these guys have become very lucky with where they've gone off the track. Managed to grab it. The tyres are dirty through turn 1, so Stickers is going to have a look into turn 2.
I'll tell you what, I think Superfly's struggling a little bit. He's dropping the Stickers already now.
That medium tyre, he's actually worked it quite hard. He's actually very similar wear rate to the softs that are right behind him. As Stickers makes the move, he's gone past.
And it looks as though Black Project has made the move to the front of that pack as well.
Well, that's funny, that one, because he and Cruiser have been fighting for sheep station. Look how much they've backed themselves up to that pack behind them, which has actually caught Rikkibobby up. He's right on the back of this train now, so he's in the pack. He'll be able to see 6th position from where he's sitting in the cockpit right now.
So he's sitting right behind his teammate, Berry, in 11th.
Oh, cruising. He's just Morse coding the back bumper of my race car there. Just gives him a little tap wide through the last corner there and takes advantage up the inside. Be careful, boys.
Oh,
He set that up, he did. Look at the notice, so he's going to have a look at Wakey along the front straight into turn 1 probably. Here it comes.
He might even
He's going to get cruising as well. Oh, Wakey goes for cruising. Oh, this just has the hallmarks of a huge issue here in a minute. These guys are getting really impatient. We're not even 10 minutes into the race, and they're already swapping positions like this. Womble, real race car drivers come off at the top of the circuit, like you, mate. I love it. Gotta love Womble, just has a laugh at his own expense.
So what I am seeing though is just up the front, looks as though Hardy Thump is closing the gap to Knuckles here.
Just have a look at Knucks at the moment. He's on the soft tyre. I think he's in a bit of a cruise and collect mode at the moment. He knows he's got room to play with, so he's actually saving some fuel. Tyre wear is not as bad as Artie in behind. So Artie's actually using noticeably larger amount of fuel. So he's pushing at the moment to try and make up track position. The Bad Doc is about the same. Stickers is doing alright. Oh, Jimmy Superfly goes way off at the final turn. He's done. That's his race over.
I don't know if I'm going to catch him.
That's a big lose for Jimmy. He's 13th on the road now as he gets back onto the track. I reckon NASCAR's going to catch him too. That's a huge lose. Yeah, NASCAR flies past. That puts Jimmy just stone dead last.
From 2nd position.
So this is what we've been saying about this track though all last week and throughout the week. We've been reminding these drivers this track is just an absolute killer for fatigue. You lose concentration, you're over. And these guys are still battling for the back of the top 10. Look at them. This is ridiculous.
Alright, bit of a run through the field. We're coming down to the 10-minute mark of the race. Nux in first. He's just extended the gap a little bit to 2 seconds now. Hardy Thump in second. Darkside still holding third. He's pulled a bit of a gap on Stickers now. 4th place is Stickers.
Cruiser and Black Project are still going.
Oh, Cruiser's
Cruiser's lost it! Did he catch it? He caught it. How did he catch that? What a catch. That's unreal. What car control there from Cruising.
Yeah, that's a bit of 150
That
kilometre an hour drifting.
That car was completely crossed up on the run into the final turn there, and he's managed to catch it and gather it up and still make the turn. Unreal. Wow.
Big pack shaping up between Old Wakey and the boys in this group. Barry and Racefan. Rikkibobby is right on him now.
Rikkibobby's in the box seat for these guys. He's got on the medium tyre. He's got barely any wear. He's doing a great job there at the moment. Just same with these guys. They're all packing up now behind Cruisin'. Look, Cruisin' is struggling on really worn softs now. Those softs are cooked. He made them exacting all the run into the final turn anyway, but huge flat spots on the rears. As Black Project has another look down the inside, that's a brave spot to make it. Gets it done before the turn. Not quite. He's on the inside. No contact, boys. Nux is in from the lead. Oh, Black Project cuts the door, gets in just before the turn. Gets away with it. Cruisin is struggling for grip. He's in the pits. Yeah, that's smart from Cruisin. You could tell the car was just going away from him. He'll get in now and get the tyres under it. As Lenosha says, look at Black Project into turn 1, gives him a tap. Oh, come on. As Black Project's going to stay in him on the inside of turn 2. Nah, Lenosha slams the door on him. As old Wakey's looking into it now as well.
So
Nux has come out in front of these guys.
Yep. He
Luckily.
probably needed to too.
Absolutely needed to. You don't want to be stuck in this little battle pack. There's some steamed up guys in this little pack at the moment.
I'll tell you what, the tyres on these cars behind him are starting to get loose.
Lenosha's car's tyres are completely cooked. Absolutely buggered on the Datsun car. Black Project's on the mediums. He's not looking too bad at the moment. He's just wide again there too, so he's got to watch old Wakey doesn't make that run. And then Rikkibobby's right on the back of these guys on the medium tyre. Rikkibobby's car looks fantastic for tyre wear.
He's probably going to come in, been saving fuel this whole time and just jump the whole pack.
Hardy Thump's in. Bad Doc's in. Stickers is in, so Nux is going to assume the lead again. I expect to see Lenosha in as well. Yeah, they're all pouring in now. Rikkibobby's going to go with the overcut and go round again, looks of it. No, yeah. And Black Project and old Wakey.
Oh no.
Oh, they've all cleared Hardy Thump. That's Hardy Thump's race in deep trouble now.
Yeah.
They're all between him and Knuckles. These guys are still fighting for every inch of racetrack. And Hardy Thump on fresh tyres is trying to make a run down the inside. Don't get too impatient. He's trying to make a move quick as these guys are too wide all the way around the back of the circuit. Hardy still trying to stick the nose in there. He needs to get through these guys to get back to Knuckles. As looks like Rikkibobby just runs out wide there and just lets him go. Hardy Thump has another look. Just squeezes Rikkibobby a little bit there, but gives him racing room. They got through that pretty well, actually, those three.
Got to run the risk too of the running off track there. Just even though you're only slightly running off track, running a dirty tyre, you'll lose a bit of grip.
Absolutely. Hardy Thump now trying to make a move into the final corner. Goes out wide, tries to get a good exit, but just gets boxed up by old Wakey there, who's braking earlier on worn tyres. He's trying to slow himself up, but look at Hardy just on his back bumper, pressuring him through the corner. So Black Project, Rikkibobby and old Wakey are all medium tyre runners, so they're running long on their first stint.
Oh, Hardy understeering on the out exit.
He's pushing, isn't he? He's pushing really hard to try and get through these guys. As Rikkibobby runs to the inside of Lenosha there. Oh, sorry. Oh, Wakey. That really tight entry is just not good for exit speed, though.
What I have seen just behind this group too is, I think what we thought was going to plan with Stickers and the Bad Doctor is Stickers has got around the Bad Doctor through the pits.
There you go. Oh, Bad Doc's taking some fuel in the pit, so he's spreading his fuel load out. Hardy Thump still trapped in behind Black Project at the moment. He must be steaming in that helmet. He's 4 seconds lost to the lead already as he goes down the inside now. He should be able to get this done along the back stretch. These guys don't have to give way to him because they're not a lap down. They're actually racing for position, but they haven't pitted yet. But he's got it done now. He slipped his way through. Now he's going to be off after Knuckles. Oh, he nearly lost it there. It's Black Project extending. He goes again. Running a very long first stint.
Might jump back to the next pack, which is Cruisin. He's at the front again, but he's holding up Racefan. He does a little bit of a cover. Racefan will get past pretty easy.
Good move down the inside from Racefan there. These guys have been fighting for sheep station this whole race so far. They're going to be just exhausted at the end. These are the guys you're going to see mistakes from at the back end of the race, where the fatigue starts kicking because they've been working really hard already. We're approaching the halfway mark of the race now as Racefan loses it. How did he catch that? I thought for all money he was gone then. Wow. Old Wakey and Rikkibobby have joined onto the back of this train now as well. So this is the battle pack for the back of the top 5.
So Racefan's done that all on his own, but he's kept it. Just watching the
That was
replay,
a
he's gone out wide.
Herculean catch there from Racefan. As Black Project probably needs to pit. Our Sticker's gone! Sticker's just dropped it through the final turn. He tried to get down under Black Project and then decided at the last second to back out of it. Ended up way out in no man's land, trying to get back on the circuit now. He's back on. So Black Project sitting out there in third at the moment on a really long first stint.
Well, that's as easy as it can happen.
Yeah, well, he got under his rear wing and just lost that front downforce and went to turn in. The car wouldn't turn on those one lap old, not exactly warm tyres.
Just looking, we've got Jimmy Superfly's posted the fastest lap there with a 1:11.3.
He's flying right back there at the moment. 36 seconds off the lead. Just did a 1:11.6 as well, so he's hauling back there. 3 seconds off the back of NASCAR. Those guys there, they're 3 seconds off the back of Kazi. Then it's 13 seconds up to Stickers, who's on the back of the train. As these guys are still fighting for every piece of real estate at the moment. The two Obsession boys, oh! Racefan just about drops it again. And he's got a penalty.
Got a penalty.
Yeah, cut that weird, got out of there out of shape and then cut the corner. So huge penalty for Racefan. He's going to have to drop this on the front straight. These guys are swamping all over him through the back of the circuit though. Look at this. They're 3 wide, trying to go around the back of the circuit. Old Wakey's on the inside of, looks like rikkibobby there as well. Nah, the two Obsession cars are going to go through, one behind the other. Racefan's going to have to drop his penalty.
It's spelling danger.
There's the penalty burn from Racefan. It's going to drop him to the back of the train. He's going to have to do all that work again.
And that's a big blow too, especially when you're at the front of that pack. Now you've got to work your way back through them.
Black Project's gone around again. Wonder if he remembers that he has to pit. But Bad Doctor's now taken to third position on the road on his medium tyre. 4 seconds off the back of Artie, who's actually closing in on Nux again, but I feel like Nux is just in cruise and collect mode at the moment. That car does not look like it's working out on that medium tyre.
I think he's just keeping control of what's going on. Big race from Darkside too, because he had Stickers get around him through the pits, I believe, and he's just keeping it consistent.
So for the Obsession spotters out there, rikkibobby, who started last and had that little off at the beginning, has now recovered his way to 6th position and is just romping away from that pack, that battle pack behind him. And he's just tearing up, looking for the guys in front. It's the Black Project's in the pits. I'm just going to stay with Black Project at the moment, just see what he does. He'll go to the soft tyre. He's going to look for fuel. So they're putting some fuel in the Porsche as well. Black light here. So he's dropping way down the order. Right, he's going to come out. He didn't fuel, but he got it to 2/3. I think that's all his fuel for the race. I think he's going to not fuel the second stop. So I don't think you do 20 minutes on one set of softs. So you will pit again, but I don't think you'll get fuel on the second stop. So keep an eye out for him late in the race.
Well, we did watch Morgan do 20 minutes on the softs.
Yeah, but Morgan's a freak.
So
That's still, I don't understand the mathematics, like how he made that work. I have no idea. That's ridiculous.
Stickers is right in the middle of this pack now, in 7th. Not where he wants to be. Sorry, he's in 8th, sorry.
This pack has just been rowdy the whole race as well, so anything can happen with these guys. It's on the back of Berry at the moment. He's having a solid race, Berry, P7. Obviously his first race for the season as well, so just getting himself back up to speed. Missed round 1. Carbon Boy, I believe, did double duties for round 1 for Obsession, with a solid effort in the Blue Moon infield.
Cars are very twitchy through that last corner.
It's very bumpy on the as you load it up to turn in. The track gets really bumpy, and the car starts to hop. And there's a little crest in the middle of the road, so if you go on the wrong side, you end up out on the left-hand side of that crest, then you can't cross over it, and you end up going really wide. And that's where you see guys falling off through the last corner.
Just looks like Barry was struggling a little bit through the sweeper.
Oh, they're fighting for sheep stations again though, aren't they? Stickers here, he's going to have to make this happen, but he's just trying to be smart about it because he can't afford to drop the car off the road again. He drops off the road again, his race is over because he falls off the pack. Oh, his Racefan got a good run through there, but had nowhere to go, straight in the back of Stickers. They're getting bottled up a bit behind Berry here, I think. Because looks like Sticker's going to make a move down the inside. He does it.
Here comes Cruising as well.
And Racefan gives Stickers a big bump. Oh no! Hold on to it, Stickers. Oh wow, that was lucky. Racefan gave him a huge serve then.
Oh, Berry's
Yeah.
off.
Oh, now Cruising on the entry. Looks like Cruising managed to straighten it out. That's lucky. He just hit that dirt and spat him back onto the road, and Cruising was the guy that happened to be sitting in that bit of real estate.
Oh, he's just gone to the inside. He's over the curb, which pushed him wide. He would have missed that by millimetres, I think. The pit wall.
Well, I've hit that pit wall myself, come out of there sideways and couldn't stop it. And basically just hit my passenger door and the end of the pit wall. I would have died.
Righto, back up the front. The gap is down to 1.2. It's almost in slipstream range.
Yeah. I'm not super worried though, because Knuckles has got far more car under him than Artie does. Artie is just pushing hard at the moment. He's taking about half a second a lap out of Knuckles. But Knuckles has got far more car to work with, so I don't think he's going to be super worried. The Bad Dog, what a run from the Bad Dog. Up out of the Challenge Series, in here on double duties this weekend, in the big league, and holding down a really solid third position. P4 got Lenosius with Rikkibobby, who's now caught him up. Lenosius on the fuel light. How's he done that?
Oh, I just seen someone going around on the straight.
Oh, who is that? I just lost it. It is Kazzy. Oh no! He was going really well too. He picked up a few spots from guys that had fallen off the road.
This last corner's just taking a few casualties tonight.
Lenosius is in massive fuel dramas here, guys. He's on the fuel light. He's going to have to pit this lap, which means he's going to have to do a 15-minute stint on softs at the end of the race. He's obviously doesn't know what fuel save means. He's been working that car awfully hard. Because I'm looking at the other guys that haven't taken fuel yet. And you've got, say, Rikkibobby right behind him, who's got just under a quarter of a tank of fuel.
Old Wakey, bit of a lonely race. 3 seconds, or nearly 4 seconds either side of him to the next car.
Look out, race lead, guys. Artie Thump is got right at the back of Nux there. What's Nux done? Nux did a 13.2 or 13.3. Wow, so Nux did 2 laps in the mid-13s. And Artie Thump's done a couple in the low 12s. He's right on him here. This is danger signs for Nux now, because this could end up with drama. If these guys get together, Nux has chucked away what was it, about 6 second gap?
Yep. Well, this could be a little bit of fatigue setting in. We've done about 25 minutes of racing now.
Yep. And the Bad Doc's in about the same boat as well. He's fuel heavy though, but he's got Rikkibobby and Lenosius, who's on the fuel light, closing in on him as well. 0.2, 0.1. So look at Artie. Artie's going to put the pressure on here. He's going to go around the outside of him on the run to the final turn. That's not a smart move. Way too much racetrack out there. He could just get Nux just to drive him out wide. He's going to have a run into turn 1 surely. Nux is going to cover the inside, so he's going to have to go right around the outside of him. But here it is. This is a chance to the lead.
It's going to leave him vulnerable for turn 2. Straight around though. He's made the pass.
Wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting to see that happen so far, but credit where credit's due. Artie's had some really good laps.
So Cruising just entered the pits with 1 litre left in fuel.
Yeah. Okay, so the gap to the Bad Doctor, Rikkibobby, now inside a second. So Rikkibobby is on the charge at the moment. Started 14th, had a bit of an off at first, second lap, and now he's right up there battling for the podium. This is a legit podium battle now too. He's not out of sequence. He's with the same sequence as these guys. He will have to take more fuel than the Bad Doc though, because he's used a bit of car in this stint on the softs.
Alright, so Stickers make his way back up to 6th. Just stick with Bad Doctor and Rikkibobby here, because Rikkibobby's getting a good tow.
Yeah, this could be a run here. Looks at the outside of the final turn, not where you want to go. Look how much extra road he's going to use. But he's going to try and get the... Look at the fuel save on Nux though.
Dark side's in. Ricky Bobby continues.
Hardy Thump will be looking at that getting worried now because he knows that the Bad Doctor wasn't that far behind. He's taking a lot of fuel. The Bad Doc won't be taking a lot. Nux won't be taking barely any. So Nux is already moving and out. Hardy's moving. Bad Doc's not quite out there. He's going as well. So there's a bit of a close up there. Black Project, where's he going to end up? He's come out P7 right behind the Bad Doc. And he doesn't have to take fuel in the next stop as well. So he's not looking too bad at the moment, Black Project. Considering that Stickers has to pit, Old Wake has to pit, Ricky Bobby has to pit above him as well. And they've all got to take fuel.
This is going to be the stint that's going to make or break a few of the drivers. There's 12 minutes left. It doesn't seem like long, but it'll be an eternity in the driver's seat. Especially when you get down to that last 2 to 3 minutes and you're in the position you want to be. The thought of mistakes creeping in really start to hinder you.
I think we might see a couple of hero laps out of Nux now. I think this is where he'll drop the hammer for a bit and really stomp on Artie Thump, who just got held up a little bit through the pits. So Ricky Bobby's in for his final stop. Good recovery from Ricky Bobby though.
Alright, let's see where Ricky Bobby comes out. Does he gain on the Bad Doctor because he was just behind?
Black Project's in as well for his final stop. This will be a quick stop for the black light car. He's already got 40 in the tank for fuel, so he's going to be in with tyres and out again.
Alright, so a pretty decent gap. The Bad Doctor's achieved. 2.6 back to Ricky. Two and a half seconds from Nux to Artie Thump.
This middle pack's starting to really close up too. We're just looking at the cars at the moment. It looks like Artie Thump took more fuel than Knuckles and the Bad Doctor. Ricky Bobby took more fuel as well. So there's a couple of guys that are just banking on having extra fuel. And Oceans took half a tank, so he's got heaps of fuel for 10 minutes. Cruising's on the light side of fuel.
Right behind Berry too. And Racefan and Stickers still at it. Looks like Stickers going on the inside of Racefan.
Got to get it done before the final corner though. Racefan sits out high. That was very nice of Racefan to sit out that wide. He didn't have to do that. But I'm sure he's going to set himself up for a run into turn 1 now. Which way is he going to go? Outside. Oh, there you go.
Can have it, he says. Alright, so Knuckles. The gap staying pretty consistent at 2.5. Be interesting to see come towards the end of the race because we know Artie Thump's not one to let it go.
He's actually closing in on Knuckles as well. He just did a 11.5 against Knuckles' 11.9, so he's got way more car pace. Half a second a lap faster. What have we got? 9 minutes to go, so it's about 8 laps-ish.
Darkside in third.
Theoretically, you can catch him.
That gap
quite comfortably, actually.
The gap from Ricky Bobby to Darkside's coming down pretty quick. That was 2.5 when they come out of the pits. Now down to 1.3.
I tell you what, guys, I'm looking at these gaps, and if Artie Thump can catch Knuckles, which he is doing it very quickly at the moment, and they end up battling, that's going to bring Darkside into the battle real quick, and that's going to bring Ricky Bobby with him, who's just gone the fastest on the road with a 1:11.248 on lap 25. 32 minutes into the race, he does the fastest lap.
So the Tamar Obsession cars are on fire.
I think Ricky Bobby's still in the shot to win the race. He's 7 seconds off the lead at the moment, but if these leaders catch each other up and start battling, these guys in 3rd and 4th are in the box seat to catch that pack really quickly. And it's going to bring old Wakey, Lenosis, and then the pack will be in with the battle as well.
Well, it's been a pretty good drive from Ricky because he started from the rear of the field and in contention for a podium. Cruising. And Berry, looks like he's got around Berry.
Another great little battle there.
And it looks as though Racefan just struggling a little bit to keep up with Stickers, as though they are side by side come the last turn a lap or two ago.
Ah, I thought what's wrong with Racefan. Racefan's got soft medium. So he's on a medium tyre at the end of the race. He's going to struggle to keep up now, unfortunately. Black Project's going to be ripping time out of him. He's 10 seconds down the road, but you watch him catch him up. What's the lead? The lead's steadied out now to 2.1 seconds. Still taking about 0.2 of a second a lap out of him at the moment, Artie. And rikkibobby has just got faster again with a 1:11.105 there to get right in the back bumper of Bad Doctor. This is on for third.
Oh, Bad Doctor just looks like he made a little bit of a mistake going wide on the exit.
He went in way too deep for the Bad Doctor. Had to brake on the second half of the corner.
Rikkibobby will be putting the pressure on, forcing a mistake.
Rikkibobby's been really quick so far tonight. What could have been if he was able to start where he qualified? He would have been right at the front. But what a recovery though, from last to fourth. Looking for third at the moment, setting himself up for a run on the Bad Doctor into turn one maybe. Look at the run he's got out of the final corner. Huge advantage out of the final turn. He's going to get right down the inside. He might get him before their braking zone. Gets it done easy. Beautiful run out of the final turn there for Rikkibobby. Look at this battle pack from sixth and back. These guys are insane. Stickers is in it.
This is not where Stickers would want to be.
Nah.
I think he had pretty high hopes of getting to Group A.
He's still with a fair shot though. This pack goes up to sixth.
Side by side through turns 3 and 4.
And this is the time now where the pressure starts to kick in. Someone's going to fall off the road before the end of the race. You saw it in the challenge race where the two front runners both fell off on their own.
So Barry got around Lenosis.
Barry's had a good race. Been good for Obsession so far. Those cars are both down towards the back of the pack at the start. They're currently running 3rd and 6th on the road. The Stickers has another look. That last corner is really deceptive too because you close up really fast. It looks like there's a gap forming.
Cruisen's got a good exit for the last corner.
Yeah, well, Lenosis was slow too, so Stickers might have a look at him as well. So it might box Cruising out. The Stickers does have a look, but he sort of just backs himself out of it.
It's hard to even picture this as Group B because there's some names in here that are just as fast as anyone else in the entire league.
Shows how even now our field's gotten now though.
All Stickers might be getting a little bit impatient. And it's letting Barry get away though.
Oh, Lenosis is on the mediums as well, guys. That's why he's so slow.
Oh, I just seen someone go off on the last corner, which I believe might be...
it's Rikkibobby. Oh no, he's in deep trouble. He's caught behind that fence. Oh, this is race done. Oh, he's stuck behind the fence.
Oh, he's just run wide, all on his own.
Oh no. That's how easy it can happen. I just said it too. I just said someone's going to drop off the road. Someone behind him goes off as well. Who was that? NASCAR just recovers it just. Oh, that's heartbreaking for Rikkibobby. What a drive it's been for him so far.
Alright, so the gap is down to 1.4. Artie Thump's putting a bit of a mission on.
Oh no, never mind. I thought there was something going on at the front there, but they're catching Kazi, who's a lap down.
Yeah, Kazi, not much screen time tonight, so we'll give him a little bit of screen time, and not the best of races he's probably hoped for tonight, but he's charging on.
Big story for Kazi this season. We were short a driver for the Supercup. We had a guy pull out, and he put his hand up to step up. Who, Kazi was wasn't qualified for Supercup. He's a challenge driver all day, every day of the week. And he's put his hand up to just run against these guys and try and build up some practice running against the best drivers in the league. And you know, this race here isn't a good show of his pace, because this is a pretty savage track for when you make a mistake.
But he's got
He needs to be
couple of corners, and he's going to have Knuckles breathing down his neck.
Well, they need to be getting on the radio to him now. Red Miz, tell him to jump through the pits or something, get out of the way of these guys, because this is a battle for the lead. It's now second in the gap. So Artie Thump now is looking at Kazzy going, don't get out of the way, and Nux is going to start flashing the lights at him any second of the clock, telling him to move, get out of the way.
It's under a second.
Kazzy needs to get out of the way really quick. He needs to hit the brakes on the straight and let these guys go past or jump through the pits. 2 minutes to go. Nux on the fuel light, guys, just to put a little bit of a pointer on it as well. So he's going to be on fuel save. Oh, maybe not. 2 laps to go. This cars can do a couple laps on the fuel light.
We're reaching,
Barry's on the fuel light as well.
Reaching the slipstream range. It's not where Knuckles wants to be come down to the last 2 laps of the race.
No, it's not. He'd be screaming on the radio now to get Kazzy out of the way, because as soon as Artie's in that slipstream, he's going to catch him, because he'll get him along the back straight and he'll get stuck in that slipstream and it'll close him right up. And we're going to have a bit of a race to the final lap, guys, so get on it.
Just quickly jump back to a dark side. Bit of a lonely race. He does have old Wakey 3 seconds behind him though, so any slip up can still be detrimental.
Nux would be screaming on the radio now, get him out of the way.
Might be getting a little bit of a tow from him too.
I don't think he cares. I think he just wants him to move. Because he can't afford to get caught up behind him any more than this. He needs to move.
Well, it's definitely helping him as we speak, because he's pulling away from Artie.
But this is not where you want to catch a slow car though, as round here, because there's no passing opportunities through sector 2. He's going to try and get out of the way on the inside, but he's going to block him up. Wobbles out of the way on the outside, and looks like it's just got away with it.
Oh, looks like he's pulled off to the left. Going to let him through. Well, he's going to let
now
Knuckles
Artie
through.
be screaming on the radio the same thing, go, get him out of the way.
He's moved
No, he's
over.
done a good job there, Kazzy. Well done, mate. Not where you want to be caught by the guys that are leading the race.
Alright, this is it. This is going to be the last lap.
I think Nux might have got away with this by the skin of his teeth.
Yep, the gap's staying at the 1 second mark. Just going to jump back to 6th or 5th or 6th, I think it is. Berry and Stickers. This could be a heated battle at the end. Here comes Knuckles. He's on his final lap and he's led it from start to finish.
Kazzy goes off right at the end there too. He's going to get it done though, Knuckles.
Good race there
Great
from
job.
Artie as well.
Tell you what, Wakey closed up really well at the end of the race there too. Look how far he was from the back of the Bad Doctor at the end of the race.
Yep.
As Berry and Stickers round the last corner. Stickers is wide.
Oh,
Hold on to
Stickers.
it, Stickers. He just about collected Kazzy's car that was stricken on the side of the road. That would have been awful. Oh,
looks like
cruising out of
cruising's
fuel. Again! Oh, well, that guy with the fuel. What a joke.
NASCAR
Oh,
for
no.
12th. Superfly for 13th. And
Kazzy 14th.
well, another race run and done. First time back for Knuckles and a victory, so he'll be cheering. Artie Thump can't be too down on that race. He was right there at the end. And Bad Doctor, good race from Bad Doctor. Taking home some good team points for Ragged Edge.
Absolutely.
Alright, let's go back up to the race results. So as you can see, Knuckles takes out first, Artie Thump second, Darkside third, Old Wakey fourth, Berry fifth. Pretty good race from Berry actually. He was down the back of the field at the start of the race, up to fifth, so good drive. Stickers, a couple of mistakes to drop down to sixth. Lenosis for seventh, Racefan for eighth, Cruising for ninth, running out of fuel on the line, so he potentially would have been a few more spots up. rikkibobby, big off, couple of laps from the end, not what he wanted, but he was up into third. For 10th, finishes up 10th, Black Project for 11th, NASCAR for 12th, and Superfly for 13th, and Kazi for 14th, with rikkibobby taking the fastest lap on lap 26th with a 1:11.1. So that is round 2 finished. So we move on to round 3, which is at Catalonia, I believe. It's going to be another epic race because I believe it's another one of them tracks that you either like or you don't. And from what I'm hearing, it's a bit opposite to this one. So
I haven't turned a lap there yet. Looks like a couple of guys ran out of fuel at the end. Looks like Lenosis ran out of fuel. Racefan ran out of fuel.
Chuck in your driver of the days too. I'm going to go Hardy Thumb. Kept it right with Knuckles right to the end. Was almost catching him in the second stint, and right to the end kept it there. What do we got? We got driver of the day so far. We have Bad Doc driver of the day. Bad Doc driver of the day. Berry, another good drive from Berry too. Yep. Down the back of the field, beginning of the race, he was in a pack that was just non-stop battling for the entire race to come out in 5th, I believe he finished. Really good effort. The Obsession cars were on pace tonight. rikkibobby posting the fastest lap, and then just an unlucky event, 2 laps out from the end, and not what you want to see.
In anything that shows rikkibobby with the car speed this season, though,
yeah,
that's going to send warning signs up and down the grid.
The Superfly, why'd we have to race? Should have just called it after qualifying. Well, definitely had the speed, Superfly. It, obviously, I'm speculating, of course, is a couple of mistakes maybe crept in. Otherwise, you're right there with the speed of this group, so nice driving. But both races tonight, both really good races. Not too many incidents caused from other drivers, I don't believe. A lot of people just running off on their own accord, which we kind of expected at this track. It's very easy to do, but good couple of comeback drives as well from that. But as we look forward to Catalonia for round 3, we have Group A next weekend, next Sunday, which will be awesome to see again. It'll be starting from 7 o'clock, Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
Daylight savings time, I should say.
That's better.
It nearly caught me out again today when I was driving home, and I was reaching the 7 o'clock mark, and I'm thinking, oh, better get there. But I don't think we have... Oh, Brent's in the chat. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Joe, I was just about to say, that finish to the race for Knuckles and Artie, that was circa Max Verstappen in Circuit of the Americas as well, where the tow actually from Kazi helped Knuckles out, sort of like what happened with Verstappen and Mick Schumacher in that last lap as well, when Hamilton was chasing Verstappen earlier this season. Same sort of situation there.
Well, I'm not sure what you're talking about because I don't watch the F1.
Oh, so long story short, Max Verstappen had Mick Schumacher in front of him just on the approach on the final lap, and as a result, Max got DRS, which enabled him to just hold the lead against Lewis Hamilton to take the win on the final lap. So, sort of a similar situation there we saw with Knuckles and Artie there, and Kazi's slipstream for Knuckles helped him just keep that lead, I reckon. So,
Yeah, good race from Knuckles too. First race back at probably one of the worst tracks I could think to race at for that amount of time at that speed. So good of him to keep it on track.
And just on that too, means Lucky's Little Care Racing had a bit of a night out tonight with a win in both races.
Ah, yes. Some really good points.
Reigning teams champions already as well, and they're setting themselves up very nicely for a third title.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. All the viewers watching and all the chat that's been going on too. It's been keeping the chat busy. Thanks to Brent and Lucas for joining in on the chat tonight for both races. I don't think we've got too much more we can talk about. So I think that just about rounds us up for round 2. Anything you just want to add?
Lucas, you can go first if you want. I'm polite tonight, so.
No, I'm pretty happy with that actually. The guys over both weekends, good racing from everybody, and it was good to see a lot of nice fair racing. Guys listening to the instructions given by the race directors about what we were expecting from the guys at the track this Savage. So it was just a shout out to all the boys there for actually doing the right thing and making it a bit easier on the stewards as well, which is awesome to see. Yeah, I'm
It's always
better
good.
go do some practice at Catalunya, I suppose.
Yeah. Can we put parity on D-Flow's car so it doesn't do 310 kilometers through the first turn this time? That'd be great.
Well, that rounds us out. I think that just about rounds us out for round 2. We will see you all for round 3 next Sunday night. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll catch us then.